Invincible has finished its 3rd season on Amazon Prime, and it was pretty dang good. Mark Grayson returns as he's fully realized the threat that Viltrumites impose, and he really works to be the best form of that he can be. You guys saw what I did there? Cool little title. Whoa, chill. What the f? Maybe if I don't talk? Jesus! I think it's safe to say that they hit the big three-peat, aside from a few criticisms that I'll get into later. The good here outweighs the bad though, for me at least. Before I dive in, I should warn you guys that there will be spoilers in the video. I'd hate to be the one to ruin it for you, so make sure you've seen it before you go past this point. Or if you don't care, shit, that's cool, man. To start off, Season 3 is focused around Mark facing moral conflicts about how far he should be going to deal with his foes in order to protect his friends, family, and the Earth. The villains in this season, through their sheer tenacity, impose the thought to Invincible at times being, what if killing is necessary for stopping these threats? Juggling that with trying to teach his brother Oliver right from wrong as he quickly grows means that Mark has his hands quite full. I think what the show goes for in this season is Mark's resemblance to Omni-Man as the responsibility of being invincible weighs down on him. He sort of enters this black Spider-Man suit mode this season. He seems to be rougher around the edges and takes on a slightly more binary form of judgment. Good guy beat bad guy go to jail. I mean, in some parts it's totally within reason, but other points it's a bit more nuanced and it's like, come on, man. Gotta start calling you Narc Grayson. Also, him and Eve finally start their long-awaited relationship, though I do think it goes a bit fast. They do go through quite a lot when they are a couple though, so for me, that's what makes it up. But bro, they gotta find another chill spot. I've seen these two sitting on this rooftop too much this season. Y'all can fly, man. Go hang out at the motherfucking Bean or something. Real quick, let's pour one out to our boy Rex. Gone way too soon. My boy would have loved 100 Men vs. Gorilla. The flashback scenes they include in the show are killer. Specifically for Cecil. I kind of fucks with Cecil this season. He gets the spotlight, and it's mostly thanks to the scenes where you're watching these moments that plant the seeds in how he operates in the present day. You get some cool moments too, like Omni-Man first arriving on Earth, and those little jail scenes he's in where he's just kind of running the show. He's always been a very layered character, and this season pulls back those curtains a bit. I was definitely invested in the beef between Invincible and Cecil throughout the season as well. Due to how things went with Omni-Man, Cecil has been trying to apply measures to keep a check on Invincible in case things end up going the same way. Totally understandable. However, the air of distrust from Cecil as well as his unethical approach naturally doesn't sit well with Mark and causes a rift between them. It's definitely one of the more interesting conflicts in the show. They both have the same end goal, to protect Earth, but they simply don't match with how they want to make that happen. Oliver's story also has a lot of my attention. He quickly gets his powers, and with his rapid aging, there was always the question of how wisely he would use them. And early on in the season, it was not looking good. He straight up murders the Mahler twins, and he fully takes Omni-Man's side, not fully understanding why he's so hated on Earth. It's cause he killed dillions of people in Chicago, kiddo. Oh shit, I just realized the Beans in Chicago. Yeah, they definitely can't be hanging out there. Sorry, Mark and Eve. It's Mark that is often on the back foot too when Oliver raises the question about their father, and to the theme of this season, he also presses on the morality of killing enemies to stop their evil actions. It's also emphasized by the recurring villains that come back from previous seasons and almost get the better of Mark and his team.
Look at what he did! Kill him so he can never do this again! What are you waiting for?
Your little bro kind of spitting. Eventually, Oliver does take his lessons very seriously and is more on the straight and narrow later in the season, though he does stick to his guns still to a certain degree. This story was great, and I can't wait to see what becomes of him in the next season. Now, to lay off on the glaze for a minute, I do want to get into more of the low points of the season. I should preface this by saying that there were some incredible additions to the voice acting team. Jonathan Banks, Simu Liu, Cobra Kai, and of course Jeffrey Dean Morgan. However, I was sort of disappointed by Aaron Paul's outing as Powerplex. I was super hyped seeing that he was going to be included and hearing his voice when he was introduced, but it got a bit distracting once he was hell-bent on getting his revenge. Now don't get me wrong, Aaron Paul does a really good job portraying Powerplex's pain, and when he's down to like a low, calm, chilling voice, he really kills it. But whenever he projects his voice, this may be a small nitpick, it just sounds like this.
You can't keep getting away with it!
But like, all the time.
I don't want to fight you! You're not listening! Why do you get to live when so many others died?
Hey now, but listen, we still fuck with Aaron Paul on here though. Don't get it twisted. That's my guy. Dab me up. Omni-Man and Alan don't have too much screen time either. If you're like me and you were eager to see what becomes of those two, they really don't show much, as the most we get is a dedicated half of an episode. Ooh, but I can't help but rub my hands together right now. That Battle Beast appearance was crazy though. I think I speak for everyone when I say the next time they bring out this man,
we will be there. We'll be there.
Battle Beast supremacy, baby. I also want to point out that the animation is definitely weak at some points. I'm not going to be saying anything all that new that you haven't heard already, but there are some points that are sure to throw you off. The big CGI machine thingy at the start of the show was a choice, as well as some parts that didn't have too much detail or movement. But like I said, I won't bore you on the topic. There's loads of videos at this point that slight Invincible's inconsistent animation quality. Let those guys eat. However, the animators must have been wearing the damn Black Panther suit, because at the last minute they just whatever was lacking in the rest of the season, the last 2 episodes really let it fly. During the Invincible variant attack, there was so much detail in both the world and the action, and the fight with Conquest in the finale speaks for itself. The quality of the finale brings me to peace with what the previous episodes lack in animation. They really put all their work in the part that matters most and leaves us something strong to end off on. Now, part of me does get disappointed because I've watched through a lot of season 1 clips and just seen that there's a lot more quality throughout that season. But when it comes to shows like these, you need to understand there's going to be the balancing act between animation of this quality and the amount of time it'll take until they can actually put these seasons out. Of course, if we had it our way, we would be getting peak animation quality across the whole season. But to be honest, I'm okay with getting a solid story and not having to wait 4 to 6 years like some other shows. No, we're really about to be eating good here soon though. Now, before I get into my final thoughts, let me just fastball some of the remaining things I liked about the show. Debbie and Paul's relationship was really good. After spending most of season 2 questioning the reality of her time with Omni-Man, watching Debbie emotionally heal with Paul by her side felt very meaningful. The side story with Mark going into the future to fight an existential crisis version of Immortal was really cool too. Also, more auto-tune robot man is always a plus. Angstrom Levy being a D1 hater, oh, shit was primo. Nah, can we talk about how he literally got his brain smashed in and then he's like, I got one more in me. Fuck Invincible.
I didn't hear no bell.
And finally, Conquest was absolutely bone-chilling. Invincible's final fight with him quite literally had me at the edge of my seat. If not that, I was standing up with my hands on my head literally like this. Bro literally had me scared for the life of not one but 2 other characters. Oliver and Eve would try and get involved and I'm over here on the couch yelling at the TV like I bet my house on the New York Jets. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration. I bet my kids on the Jets. In conclusion, Invincible Season 3, even with its imperfections, is still truly worth a watch. Though it doesn't top Season 1 for me, I finished this season with the brief thought that I've had for every other season finale. Fuck yeah. I mean, Robert Kirkman and co really know how to start and finish these seasons off strong. And it does feel like a bit of a privilege to be able to enjoy a show of this quality with such a star-studded cast. I have to give them high praise for it. I'll give Invincible Season 3 an 8 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know by liking and subscribing, and please comment how you felt. Do you think Invincible has been on its stride, or do you think this season is hot doo-doo garbage? I mean, I won't know unless you tell me, so don't be shy, and yep, that's it. I'm gonna go to bed now.